All right. Howdy, homesteaders. We are at the Stiver's Homestead Seed Swap, and we did have a live feed going a little bit earlier, but we lost it. I've been having the hardest time trying to get this thing to work, and I think I've got it ironed out. So what we're going to do is hopefully we'll get to talk to some other YouTube channels and do some interviews while we're here at the seed swap. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of seeds, and I already picked up a few seeds for myself. It's a really good event, and if you didn't make it out, that's fine. There's always next year, but there's a lot of stuff going on here, and maybe we get to talk to a few people. So let me go see if I can find somebody, and we can get some interviewing going on. There's your microphone right there. All right. So, here we are with Providence
Farmstead.
Yes. Farmstead. That's actually a nice little term. Me and the guy from Fit Farmer, if you know him.
Yes, Mike. Yeah,
Mike. Mm-hmm. We were just joking around one day. We kind of stumbled across the word. Yeah. We were talking about homesteaders, and then he was doing the market gardening, so it's kind of farming. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, I guess you can kind of be a farmsteader.
Yes.
So I guess that's what you
are. Yeah, that's where I came up with that idea, because we wanted to homestead in the beginning. It kind of backs up to, we lost a child in 07. And after the initial graving process, we started talking about what we wanted to do with the rest of our lives. And one of the things was, my husband wanted to be able to be home with our family more because he missed out on a lot. So we decided to start homesteading, and we started with what we had on our 2 acres, and we looked for a farm for 5.5 years. When we finally found our farm, it was like a sign from God, which is why it's called Providence Farmstead, because we had shady real estate agents, we had land that wouldn't work out for whatever reason, and it's like God was telling us, just hang on, it's coming for you. And so Farmstead, because we have about 50 acres, and so it's a little bit bigger than a homestead. It's more like a farm, and we do hope to earn an income off of it eventually. So that's what we're going with.
That sounds that's a really good story.
Thank you.
I can kind of identify with a lot of elements in your story. Mm-hmm. Sadly enough, I lost a son as well.
I'm so sorry.
From SIDS.
Okay.
And so I can identify with that. And there is a lot of pain.
There is.
A lot of things you got to get through. And sadly for me at the time, I wasn't right with the Lord at the time. Mm-hmm. So I didn't have that help.
Yeah.
So it's good that you had that help.
Yes, absolutely. We wouldn't have gotten through it if it wasn't for our faith.
Right.
Yeah.
So I appreciate faith channels too.
Yes.
That's what we're about.
Yes.
I think they're doing something.
Oh, apparently the Stivers are speaking.
Get out of here, but we'll just hang out here and we'll figure out where we all want to go. But there's a lot of seeds left, so I don't want to take all these back home. So make sure if you just took a few, grab one.
You were frugal about it too.
You can go pick out some more seeds. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go grab some.
You can pick out some seeds. Go ahead.
Okay, so I kind of picked up on the Providence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like I like to say on my channel is we like to edify.
Uh-huh.
Now you might not know this, but the word edify actually means to build a house.
Yeah.
And you can build a house in a lot of different ways. You can build a house spiritually,
yes,
which is the way we use it in Christianity,
yes,
things like that. You can build a house physically build a house. Mm-hmm. So you edify a house, that's how you build a house, right? Mm-hmm. And then you can also do it in knowledge, growing in knowledge. And that's what we try to be about is increasing our knowledge, increasing our physicality, mm-hmm.
Better
health, right?
Yeah.
Because when you grow your own food,
absolutely,
you control how good that food is.
That's right. That's right.
That's important.
Yeah. That's what we're working on. We want to make sure our children are healthy and make sure they know where food comes from. God provided this wonderful land for us to be able to grow and to nurture, and we want to make sure we teach our children that. It's very important to us.
So I guess the question I would answer is 50 acres?
Yes.
So that's a lot.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything like, say, maybe small scale now that you're hoping to grow on?
Not Not a lot. Mostly we're gardening for our own use right now. We've been there we just moved there permanently last April, and it's slow. We are planning to put in an orchard. We want to be able to have you-pick orchards for families to come. We want to have a space where we can offer classes, where we can offer get-togethers for other homesteaders, where people as a community can come together and learn. But it's all kind of a slow process. The farm needs fencing before we can put a lot of animals on it. And we got to figure out where we want to put everything, because when you put an orchard up, you're not going to be able to put your livestock out there all the time. So just a matter of getting all that laid out where we want
it. It takes a while to figure all that stuff out, too.
It does.
Especially you got to figure how much work is involved. How many people do I have to help me do that work? How much is all this stuff going to cost?
Yeah.
And especially if you're farming on a big scale, it takes a lot to get started. So there's that threshold.
It does.
To get over.
It does. It's a lot of. My husband's only available so many hours to help, and I can't do it all by myself, unfortunately. So we're just a little step at a time, and there's a lot of financial holdbacks too. You can't, putting the fence in is going to cost us over $20,000. So that's a big thing. We have a cabin that was built in 1830 on our farm that we would love to fix and repair before it falls down, but the last estimate we got is $120,000. So, those things we're kind of like, we have our faith that things are going to work out. We keep hoping we'll meet the right people and something will happen and everything will just be smooth. But, the Lord doesn't make everything easy.
Right.
So.
Right. But, with the challenge, He sees us through the challenge.
That's right. Exactly. Right? Exactly. And I know He will. I have absolute faith that He will. We just have to wait until He's ready, because He's saying we're not ready. That's all I can figure. He says you're not ready yet.
And I know you maybe, I don't know your context. Everybody's got a different context. And just because something works good for one person doesn't mean that same thing's going to work for everybody.
Yes.
So that's really important to keep in hand. But maybe something you could explore is maybe start small.
Yes.
Because that's something I found in my life, just a good general practice, is if you find something you can do well, small, and you can get it to snowball and build itself.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. When I was in high school, it was, when was that? It was like maybe 5th grade.
Okay.
5th grade, and I had 15 cents in my pocket.
Okay.
3 nickels. And I went down to the general store. I lived out in the country, and they had these atomic fireballs for 5 cents a piece.
Okay.
Right, I bought 3 of them. I was looking at these fireballs in my hand. I was like, you know what? They're selling these 3 for a quarter at school. So I took those 3 to school. I sold them for a quarter. I just made 10 cents.
Yeah.
Right? And then I bought 5 atomic fireballs.
Yes.
And I took them back to school and sold them. Do you know, next thing you know, I had a business
of atomic
selling candy at school.
That's great.
Yeah, and I was making like, $30 and $40 a week.
Oh my goodness.
And it was getting big, right? Selling all this candy at school.
Yeah.
And, I know that it's a totally different thing, but I think the same concept is there.
The concepts are there.
Yeah. That you start with what you've got, you find something that works, and then you just build on it. And if you can find some way to get it to slowly pay for itself as you go, I think it's a lot better than going into a big debt with the bank.
Well, and that's our point. We don't want to be in debt. So that's huge for us. We owe nothing on the land. Luckily, we were able to pay for it cash. And that, we don't want any more debt than what little tiny bit we have. We have no car payments now. We do have a house payment on the house that we lived in before, but hopefully we won't have that for much longer. So, the biggest thing is my husband can come home. We can work on the farm together and earn what we need to live through that, and then he doesn't have to work outside the home. That's our ultimate goal.
And it's going to take some time to get there.
Yes.
Because if you have a mortgage payment or anything like that, that's something you have to deal with. And you can't just say, well, I'm just going to stop working and then jump in with both feet, because that could that could be really bad.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not jumping into anything and taking our time. You know, we know that it'll work out. We're just waiting for the Lord to say, "Hey, this is when this needs to happen.
Right.
Give us a sign, and we're ready." Just we don't want to jump to anything real fast, though.
Right. That sounds pretty wise to me. So that's really good. If you can, just go check Providence
Farmstead.
Check her out on YouTube. New channel.
No, actually, we've been around for a few years. I just recently started doing videos again. Within the past maybe month or so, I just kind of stopped doing it, and now I'm doing it again. So I have some past videos where it shows the farm tour, our farm that we have now, and then I have some more recent ones looking at the garden and what we have planned for the year. So lots of interesting things out there.
And you know, I know speaking for me, I'm still a small channel myself. We got like a little bit over 500 subscribers. But you know, you have to keep putting in and you keep putting in.
Yes.
You don't get anything back.
No.
Not for a while.
I love the comments though. I mean, you know, you can't. I don't feel like I don't get anything back. If somebody enjoyed it, if somebody learned something, I'm getting something out of that. If I can help one family with a goal of theirs, then I feel like that is a reward enough for me for now. So I know that eventually I may work into more, but for now, if I can help families, that's definitely where my passion is.